Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower. Modern Grower is your source for time and labor-saving farm tools, such as the Paper Pot Transplanter, Quick Click Seeder, and the Jang Direct Seeder. Turn laborsome tasks into free time with tools by Modern Grower. This ties into the fourth strategy, I think, for financial viability, and it's having a in-demand, differentiated product. Produce, for the most part, I think is competitive. So you have to stand out. You're not only competing against other market farms, but you're competing against the major ag system. So how are you offering a product that solves a problem or has unique benefits that aren't available elsewhere? Your earlier example of the guy in Australia, his stuff comes in from Melbourne. It's 8 or 9 days old. This guy who's a market gardener can provide a solution to that customer. Say, I'll get it to you when it's 1 day old. Yeah. It could be crops. It could be a specific type of tomato where everybody grows heirlooms and the market's flooded with heirlooms and nobody wants them, but everybody wants cherry tomatoes or whatever that is. You have cucumbers. You talked about earlier, you can grow them amazingly well, but you don't have the market stream to move them all. So you have to throttle back your growth on that and not grow as much as you could. So this is really important for farmers. While podcasts like this, books like The Urban Farmer, Jam's book, can give you ideas of what to potentially grow, fast growing crops, high value per pound, high yield per linear square foot, all that type of stuff, crops. None of those things matter if you can't sell them in your individual market, which may have regional bias or tastes. It may have cultural tastes. So finding that up and how do you fit into that market is critically important. It's not grow at everything and show up. It's grow what the market wants so you can sell it at the premium price to increase your potential profits.
And I hope I'm not going back to number 3 here, Diego, but thoughts just about cucumbers. The changes, last year was our first season using the clipper system as opposed to the tomahawk with a ladder. And we just nailed our production with it in just way less time. The time became nothing to manage them. And so here's the thing, our cost of production, yeah, I had to get over the hemorrhage of the cost of those wires, but they should last forever. So I put about 250, 500 clippers, close to 3,500 New Zealand dollars. Everything costs us more. They've got to go through 3-4 countries to get to us, and we pay import tax. We now own them. They're paid for. We were selling a cucumber for $2 to restaurant, and they're just beautiful. And we were selling 3 cucumbers for $5. That's finished price in retail stores. Now that we know we can produce them at lower cost, the seed is 45 cents for 1 cucumber seed. That's still the same, but we can manage them for a fraction of the time, and we can crop out at the end of the season for 10% of the time. We're looking at wholesaling the cucumbers, and we're just talking now about what is the price point where the wholesaler will take our cucumber prioritized over anyone else's. And at times they come from Australia, shrink wrapped. They've got them year round. We're not year round. And we're just navigating that space at the moment, but it might be 85 cents where they can say, we'll take all the cukes you produce. And the thing with the wholesaler is they're a logistics company. They can hit me with the numbers straight away. They're 6 days a week, and they're like, we sell 90 cucumbers every day. I should have my calculator on me, but 9 6 is 54, 540 cucumbers a week. And let's just make it $1 to make it easy. Instead of $2, they're going out the door pre-sold at $1. Now it's time to plant more beds of cucumbers. I don't know if I'm distracting in the conversation here, but when you can produce something high quality, consistent, it's worth keeping open to, well, how can we sell it? It's not working here, but how can we make it work? And it might just never work.
You must be reading my notes through the screen, because that was my fifth reason. It's produce a quality product consistently. So that cucumber example for you it really ties together the last three. You first have to know your numbers for growing cucumbers. How much can I sell them for if a wholesaler comes knocking, and then I can move them? And then it's producing something that the wholesaler wants. Maybe it's fresher. Maybe it's just a consistent supply. Somebody else can't produce enough. It's probably a certain size cucumber that they want. They don't want something oversized. They probably want a certain look, color, shape, all that stuff to it. And then, yes, exactly what you said. It's producing a quality product consistently. That's one of the keys to farm financial viability. It does you no good if you have a full market booth this week and next week half the stuff is there. You have less to sell, and that all goes back to crop planning and having the right infrastructure on the farm to ensure that crops can get to size. I totally get that comes with experience and skill and wisdom of going through that season after season to do that. But it's probably very hard for farmers in the early years to get that crop plan dialed in. So you do have, let's say ideally you want a level 10 production each week, meaning quantity coming off the farm. I'm making this up. I want to get at least a 7 every week. So we're somewhere between 7 and 10. You don't want a 10 week and then a 3 week and then an 8 week and then a 2 week where you're all around, because you're also early on in these businesses where you're at this financially fragile position. You probably don't have very reliable market streams or steady. They're not customers who've been with you through years and who can understand slow periods. They come to your booth one week and they come back the next week and they're like, what the, you don't have anything this week except the stuff we don't want to buy. And same thing with restaurants. A chef wants stuff consistently, a wholesaler like you're talking about. You're probably no good to them if every 1 week a month you can hit their target and the other weeks you can't. They'll probably easily, no matter how much they like you, flip you to somebody else who can provide a comparable product consistently. So this is the other part of it. It's growing consistently, which I think might mean growing less stuff to really focus in on what you can grow, maybe growing smaller. So this means maybe that jump from new farm to full-time farm is extended out, because if I'm only farming on, say, I don't know, I just think there's such a big difference. If you could farm a full acre maxed out, that's a bunch of staff, that's intense. You would know that. But if that same person had to focus on 1/8 of an acre, so you're 7/8 less, they can run that 1/8 of an acre so much more efficiently as a new person, because there's just less to deal with. It'd be the difference between having 8 kids at once and having 1 kid, which I would not want the 8. But you get what I'm saying. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Consistent quality, constantly to satisfy customers.
Are you a commercial microgreen grower looking to take your business to the next level? Look no further than Modern Grower for all your seed needs. At shop.moderngrower.co, we offer an extensive range of top-quality organic microgreen seeds, including popular varieties like sunflower, pea, broccoli, radish, and many more. But what sets our seeds apart? It's our unwavering commitment to quality and your success. Every batch of our seeds undergoes rigorous pathogen testing, ensuring you're working with the cleanest, safest products available. We're proud to offer 100% organic seeds, perfect for growers committed to sustainable and natural practices. And let's talk about results. Our seeds boast industry-leading germination rates, meaning more consistent crops and less waste for your business. Plus, we understand that growing is both an art and a science. That's why we offer advanced technical support to help you troubleshoot any issues and optimize your production. At Modern Grower, we believe in providing the best for less, That's why we offer competitive pricing without compromising on quality. Your success is our success. Ready to elevate your microgreen game? Visit shop.moderngrower.co today and use code PODCAST at checkout to save 10% on your next order. That's shop.moderngrower.co, promo code PODCAST. Grow better, grow modern with Modern Grower.